Hey, how are ya? Happy afternoon, Ryan J coming to you live. So I decided to switch it up and move it out to the patio today because it's a beautiful, uh, sunny and 75 afternoon in Minnesota. So yeah, you know, hopefully, hopefully my connection stays true on this, but we'll give it a go. See how it goes. You know, move it outside. So you might get some traffic running by the house and what have you. But hey, no big deal. All right. So homeschooling, man, is it going good or what? Huh? I don't know. That's truly debatable if it is or not. It's definitely interesting, that's for sure. Um, yeah, it's been a unique challenge. So, what I have to, what this live is about is a little bit of a homeschooling thing that I did yesterday, actually with my niece. So that's kind of cool. And I'll start off by telling you a story here. So my whole thing with this, since the school district has put me in charge of homeschooling my kid, well, why not take this opportunity to teach my daughter what I wished I was taught in school? Okay, so I've started to implement my own curriculum, you would say. So, my daughter, she still has to read 25 minutes a day. I've added watching positive mental attitude type videos. So, like watching a Gary Vee or watching anything inspirational that works on positive mindset. I wasn't ever taught that in school. Plus, it's never a bad thing to have that in your arsenal of self development. Okay, so we've started to do that. Another thing that I wasn't taught in school that I really believe should be taught is how money works and finance. Yeah, there's math, and you learn how to add, subtract, and multiply and divide, and then there's algebra, and then it goes on and on and on as far as math skills. Now, with that being said, I don't ever think there was how to balance your checkbook, how investing works, how compound interest works, how to use your money to help it make you more money. That was never taught. Or if it was, I missed that class or it wasn't there. So, with that in mind, I took an opportunity to teach my niece yesterday about how investing works and what's the idea behind investing. And I started off with a story. So I remember when I was a kid, I don't know, I was young in age, but I didn't really know what was going on. But I knew that my father was super excited about an investment he made at a given time. Now, a little bit of story about my father. He was very, very conservative when it came to money. He was from the old school regimen, we'll say. The message was, do good in school so that you can go to college, so that you can get a safe, secure job, that you can work the rest of your life and make sure that it has benefits. Got to get those benefits. And if it has a 401k attached to it, you want that. So it was that type of mind frame and thought. So very conservative. And that's what he did. He went to college, he graduated, found himself a teaching job, a safe, secure job with benefits. And, he slowly started investing in a 401k now, or a retirement fund. And that was pretty much the extent of his investment portfolio. All right, safe, secure, and no frills, no nonsense. All right, except for this one time he dabbled in the stock market. And how this went about was the company he bought in was called Union Carbide. And way back in the day, now I can't give you the details on what Union Carbide is or what they do or even if they're in existence any longer, but that's not the point of the story here, and that's not part of the coaching, teaching, and training. What is interesting about that company is when my father decided to purchase some stock in this company, it had, like, the main plant had exploded and killed a whole bunch of people and was like a national disaster or something like that because the plant exploded. Okay, well, that caused a dip in the stock price. So it was like bottom of the company was getting bad press. All right, so that caused the stock to, like, damn near bottom out. Okay, my father was all excited about it because he's like, oh my gosh, here's an opportunity to purchase this company's stock at bottom barrel prices. All right, well, okay, buy low, sell high. I remember and I think it was like $600 or something like that. I don't know, but he ended up making money on the deal, and he was super excited. Maybe he doubled his money in a couple, 2-3 months or 6 months or something like that. So that's, like, it was a win for him, and he was super excited. And because he was excited and I'm a kid, I was like, yay, go Dad, go. Okay, but that wasn't ever explained to me. Here's why I'm purchasing this stock right now, because of, it's low, it's gonna rebound, the management hasn't changed, the business model's still the same, they're still gonna provide the goods and service that they do, so all that's the same. And we just had a little accident with the explosion. That's all. Okay, so he took that as an opportunity to buy low, cashing in on the disaster that was happening. All right, well, if you fast forward to now and the time that we're in right now, everything is on sale. Everything. These are record lows. The market hasn't been this low since the last time this happened, and that was the Great Depression and that stock market crash. And you've heard stories about that in history books. Okay, well, that's where we are right now. So with that in mind, I took this opportunity to explain investing to my niece. She is 15 or 16 or something like that. So the conversation went a little something like this. Hey, Cassie, so knowing the predicament we're in right now, with things closing down, what are essential right now? Like, what do you think? Like, you can't go to restaurants, okay? You understand the predicament everybody's in, but what are people buying right now? Okay, well, so Target's still open, grocery stores are still open. Well, what are people buying? Okay, toilet paper and hand sanitizers and masks. Okay, well, Cass, would it make sense that if people are buying all these things, would it make sense to figure out what company makes all the toilet paper, makes the hand sanitizer, makes the masks, and put, I'm not talking a huge amount of money because you are the age you are, to invest that in that company as like, because it's essential. And even though things are closed and it's a tricky situation right now, but they're still in business and providing product service and to things that you need. So maybe a Kimberly Clark or a Johnson and Johnson or Target or Aldi. These are companies you can invest in. And she's like, that makes sense. Now, here's a little backstory on my niece. She is wicked smart. Wicked smart. I think smart in mathematics. Super smart. She will definitely go to college, probably have a scholarship, probably have it all paid for because she's wicked smart. If there's a NASA math program, if that's algebra 47 or something like that, she's in that class and got an A, whatever that means. My math maxed out at pretty much adding and subtracting, and I like multiplication because multiplying is way faster than adding. That's the extent of my knowledge pretty much when it comes to math. I like to multiply stuff because it's faster. Here's $1. I'm going to multiply that by 6 and come up with $6. That's the kind of math I like. Anyhow, so then the conversation goes on. So I'm like, check out these stocks. Would those companies be, would it make sense to invest your money in those companies knowing that you're going to get a return? And she's like, yeah. I said, well, that's where we're at right now. Every single one of these companies is at bargain barrel basement low prices. Now, back to the management never changed. The product and the service is still there. They will continue. Now's your opportunity to buy. Then I showed her the Robinhood app that I use. I'm like, and it's super simple to do, Cass. Here it is. So I pull up the app on my phone and I'm like, okay, now you can look at these stocks. So come up with whatever company, find out their ticker. Okay, that's the abbreviation numbers or letters that they use to identify the stock when it's trading. You can come up with the ticker symbol, type that in, and do a little research on that stock, where it's at, what has been the 52-week high, what's the 52-week low, and there's recommendations as to what the industry experts are saying. Are they saying this is a buy, a hold, a sell? All right, it's all laid out in this app. And it gives you information and news about the market, in little snippets. So, Cass, this is an extremely user-friendly platform. And I've been trading on it for about 3 months now. So, check out my initial investment. All right. I've been using it 3 months. Okay. Well, lo and behold, I was probably about, and this is just my story, I was probably about 3 weeks early on investing. Whatever, okay? So I invested money, all of a sudden, the market just tanks, okay? Well, within the last 3 weeks, it's really kind of rebounded a little bit. So yeah, I'm up money. I'm up probably about 12% right now, which is phenomenal. So I'm showing her the graphs and the charts, and this is how it works. All right. She's like, that's interesting. And I said, now, you can be invested right now. And so I think she's going to start off with $100 just to play it out, play around with it, get familiar with how the app works, and start investing herself at 16 years old. That's cool. I'm like, here's another thing that's cool about this app. You're going to get a free stock just for signing up. She's like, oh, wow. And I'm like, yeah, you're already like doing it just because you downloaded the app and you're playing the market, so to speak. So that was kind of cool. And so that was homeschooling investing 101, and something that I never was taught in school. And I really think it's important that, yeah, you know how math works, but know how your money works. Knowing how your money works is a lot more important than the math part of it, in my book. And that's my opinion. All right, so yeah, I think it went well. She understood the concept, and it was like an aha moment for her. So yeah, taking this opportunity to homeschool and things that I never learned. And yeah, that's about it. If you're interested in the Robinhood app, I'll put a link in the comments below if you want to check it out. If not, no big deal. Open up your account, you'll get a free stock, fund $100, and play around with it. No better time to do that than right now. Ryan J, make it an epic day. Bye.